Hey everyone, I'm back with more Star Wars. It's going to be the last hour of today's stream. We're just going to get started on Nar Shaddaa here. Lily's already here. Yeah.
I'm going to do my quests, am I?
Okay. Lily's going to do his quest. Absolutely. Yeah, the next few playthroughs of each character are going to be far faster than the ones we've been working on. And then we're going to pick a class, and I assume it's going to be the same on both Empire and Republic, and just go through the I don't want to say DLC, but the expansion stuff. Meet with Destrus Vurin. Like how in the opening you go for Smuggler, they gotta do their best to make the Smuggler look as badass as possible. He's a space cowboy. Space
Welcome. Please
Cassidy.
select an available travel route. Have a safe and pleasant stay.
The Promenade. The Peonade. Your first quest take you to the Promenade as well.
I am in the Corellian City.
Relic.
Come on to you short stuff. I've seen you free droid enclave
Free droid enclave wackos. Alright, Sully, out of wacko in. Which one was your favorite?
Copy. That's a good question. Probably Dot.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That was good. Have you watched the newer Animaniacs?
No.
I haven't either. I heard they did a pretty good job. Oh, wait, Windrig, look. They have piss fountains. Inside a giant statue of what looks to be living
Everything is in
beasts.
order, sir.
I expect your finest pleasure barges spit polished, loaded down with top shelf spirits.
Any alternate refreshments?
Piss facey.
Consider it done, sir. You made the right choice celebrating your birthday on Nar Shaddaa.
I feel like if you're celebrating your birthday on Nar Shaddaa, there's some less than
Oh, Destress,
right,
dear
people, stuff going
brutish
on.
Destress. And Riley, so beautiful and intelligent. You were like children to me, which is why it pains me to do this.
You can cut the act, Palladius. You never cared about any of your children.
We don't need a tyrant for a father.
Ah, well said. Marvelous last words. Truly, I expected nothing less, which is what makes this so hard. Now, if you'll excuse me, my other children would like to play with you.
I'm gonna kill these dudes. Oh, the game's like moving really slow all of a sudden for some reason. I don't like that. Oh, it's called a Screaming Blade Brainwasher. They dead. Oh shit, Meryl's almost dead. Wait, alright. Hang on, I'm gonna go pace in front of these people for a moment. I was not watching my health at all there.
What have we here? The cavalry, looks like. Appreciate the help, but I had it under control.
Alright, let's make the best of it. Show my master some respect, weakling, or I'd be all too happy to consume you.
Easy, Destress. This isn't some holo you're talking to. My lord.
She's right to bow, Dexter.
You would be wise to follow her lead.
Course, my lord. Sorry. There was a lady Sith a while back, Darth Sash. Said she'd send someone to help us out. You it?
Palladius has something I need. And if helping you will get it for me, then yes.
Good, because it makes me sick to think Palladius is out there while I'm cooped up in this rat hole.
Palladius built his empire on the backs of the poor. Said he'd save them from their miserable lives.
Said we'd make a mighty sword and strike against our enemies? It was all lies. It was all lies, but you win the support of the poor, you knock Palladius's legs out from under him.
The masses will worship me by dawn.
Get him the way Palladius did. Find the biggest, most vicious gang on the block and crush them. Right now, the gang's the Crates, named after the Crate Dragon on Tatooine. Their leader, Sabin, thinks he's descended from one. Take out Sabin, and the masses will see you as a regular hero.
He'll need to be a dragon if he hopes to stand against me.
With all respect, taking out the crates wins you followers only until the next gang rises up. But there may be another way. A plague called the Rot afflicts the poorest of Nar Shadda's poor. But it can be cured, and the person who does so will be regarded not just as a hero, but as a prophet.
What exactly does this entail?
The cure to the Rot is owned by Titus Neutronics. You'll have to steal it from their warehouse, then distribute it.
In this case, I'd rather be loved than feared.
Good, but be careful. The warehouse is heavily guarded, but if you can steal the cure and distribute it in the Corellian sector, you'll own the lower classes.
Alright, it's time to be the good guys. Ugh. Billy, how do you feel about Ken Ball?
He's good.
How do you feel about hamburger?
They're good.
Man, I want hamburger.
Dude.
Yeah. I think once we're done stream here, we're gonna go to a small grocery shop.
Very nice.
I can. I think I laid down the basic groundwork on why everything's happening at D&D.
What's that?
So I think I laid down narrowed down why everything in the is happening.
Is it because of... I don't know why.
Welcome. Please select an available travel route.
The answer is because Peanut is shit, and because she shit, she disrupted the balance of the universe, and that's caused everything to go out of the emptiness just flooded from her butthole into the orb.
Makes sense. Understand.
The two faces of Peanut. Happy, and then... No! They're silly. That's my quest. Oh, good. I get to cure the Scarlet Rod. Which silly. So after I beat final boss, Elden Ring, I made a copy of my save file before I turned in the thing to actually hear my ending. Because I wanted to see if maybe I could just turn in the other endings. I can't, but it did at least preserve my save file. So.
Yeah, you have to like fulfill certain conditions.
So I actually did fulfill the condition, all of the endings except for the fact that I am currently touched by the chaos.
That was a fun one to get to, huh?
Yeah, that was the only ending I've unlocked, and sad because I earned my character.
Yeah, it did.
But
so that's like what I haven't seen the other endings, but when I was like, I was watching me do that one, and he was like, I didn't get all this shit. He's like, I got my ending was not anywhere near as good as that.
That's an insane thing.
It was the first ending I've gotten in a Dark Souls game, and we go, huh? I hope they address this in any of the DLC.
It would be nice, yeah. So yeah, I got the Chaos Lord ending, and that's pretty cool. It can be.
Did you have fun getting down there, by the way?
I died twice dropping down.
What?
First time it's because like the first set of jumps are just through some beams. Those are pretty easy. But when you gotta jump from the sarcophagi that are sticking out of the wall, I missed time to jump twice, and
I'm just not good at jumping. I died a lot of times.
Oh, I thought you were like, how did you die at all? And then at the final jump, I was a bit skeptical, and that's I had to get a Sane to look it up because it looked like I should be able to make the jump, but I was tossing a glass thing down there, and it kept shattering, and I was like, well, that's not. It's like it's going through the floor, and I'm like, you know what? I bet you the floor collapses. The thing confirmed that the floor collapsed.
Huh.
But yeah. I did enjoy that though. But I did everything to unlock the ending with Sophia. I did her stuff.
Yeah, so the reason you are encountering this problem, if you would like to know, is that if you become the Lord, if you get like with that thing you did down there, I won't say on stream since there are people who want to know that very specific thing you did to do what you did. Once you do that, you can't do anything else.
Yeah, so I have
to go back and cleanse. You can technically, I think, go back and cleanse it, but that's the reason.
Yeah, so that's
the other
what
ones
I'm
you
doing
can
now.
kind of pick and choose.
I'm trying to see if so I beat one of the bosses where you have to use the item, but I don't have the item yet, so I don't know if that's gonna block me out from doing it.
I don't know what you're asking. So are you trying to do a different ending? Well, not with the same save file, right?
With the same save file, what I'm trying to do, because like I haven't turned it in yet, I'm gonna go get the item I need to cleanse the chaos, and then
okay, I see what you mean.
And then go back and try again. But
no, you should make a whole new character for RP purposes, like I did.
Well, I'm actually going to make another character. I let him pick my next class. Well, not class, but build. Essentially, the build I've chosen is based on some of the ones that they posted on Extra Life. So I'm actually going to need your help transferring some gear between them. But Peanut picked the Flame Dancer, and I was like, alright, that was a better try. He uses the Fire Giant's Braid as a weapon.
Okay.
Doofus, hello, sir. Hello. Welcome to today's stream, where we are playing some Star Wars The Old Republic. We're clearing stuff out. But yeah, so what I'm thinking though is I have to beat Millennia again. Get the item. Yeah, because she's where I get the item to cleanse myself. And then I have to go back to another secret boss in Fallen crumbling city, or crumbling Baramazul. And I don't know if I have to actually beat the boss with that item in my inventory, or if I just have to go to his arena with the item in my inventory. So we shall see. Yeah, well, if I want to do all the endings on my current save file, yeah, I have to beat Melania again. But this time I can overlevel like fuck because I've already beaten normally. Right. There's a global leader.
That's too bad. You'll have to figure out some way to defeat it without me.
Yeah. Fine. But yeah, I have to beat Melania again. So I found this area in Elden Ring, which nets me about 64k souls.
There's a good place for that. What is the one you're thinking of?
It's on the cliff by Lord of Bloods area.
Oh yes, with the roly polies.
Yeah, so what I do is I just go in and kill them all, but then I made a new sword using something from the final boss. I just launched this giant golden wave, and it just goes down and kills everything, and then I just sit down and do it again. Hang on,
That's funny.
My lord, I wanted to apologize for Destris earlier. He was out of line.
No need to apologize. And no need to call me Lord.
I confess, I was worried when Destris said we were getting the help of the Sith. I thought you'd be like Palladius, self-obsessed and cruel, but no, you're kind.
Don't say golden shower, doofus, you'll summon Windrig.
That really depends on my mood.
I can only go off what I've seen. Anyway, if we want to make a stab at taking over Palladius' cult, we need a real headquarters. Somewhere you can speak, hold meetings. I hope you don't mind, but I took the liberty of finding a place.
This wouldn't be a ploy to outplay Destris for my favor.
I'm sorry. I thought the Sith smiled on ambition, but in any case, I was only trying to help. The place is called the Strel House, for a charity worker named Dakin Strel. The people look to him as a leader. He's been dead nearly a decade, but his name still means something, and I thought it couldn't hurt to have his name associated with yours.
A well-known location can't hurt either.
I'd considered that as well. It's both well-known and accessible.
Excellent. Probably. Shit, look at that gear we just got. Huge upgrade. Anyway, Doofus, how you doing? Sorry I wasn't able to stay. I gave you a lurk all night, but I wasn't able to hang out too long last night because a bunch of our servers decided to just die. Basically. Okay, I gotta go. I did enjoy watching you in the background, though, playing some Resident Evil. You were, seems like you finally clicked with the game and are making some good progress on there. When you first started with the with the shooting, oh, that was fun to watch.
Vehicle pads are currently open for business. Have a safe and pleasant stay.
I think this one is a Nar Shaddaa quest, so I'm gonna just abandon it. Wait, I can't abandon it.
Alright, he's kicking your butt. Yeah, Resident Evil 1 is, it's rough. It's good.
Just pet the dogs.
Yeah, just do what Silly did. So, one year we got Silly to play Resident Evil 1. What was it, for Halloween?
Yeah, probably.
And Silly's playing it on stream, and there's a fucking dog running around. He's like, oh, hi, doggy, and then it attacks him, and he's like, ah!
Oh, no.
And we were like, what did you think was gonna happen?
You don't know. They're dogs. I'm sure there are good dogs in that game somewhere.
Those dogs suck. Ah, that was a good moment. Silly and I had another Resident Evil Halloween event where we actually did a race through Revelations 2.
Mira was like, "Hey, you want to race in this game?" And I was like, "Well, I've never played a Resident Evil game before, so okay."
He did really good though.
Did okay.
And you weren't too far behind me.
I died a lot to that boss in the warehouse with the fire.
Yeah.
And it was annoying because then you like sometimes you just go and try and farm bullets. Because I get the idea that you're supposed to like play most of the game without actually using your bullets.
Yeah, well, the objective is to minimize the amount, yeah. As much as possible. I think Resident Evil 2 did a pretty good job of giving you enough ammo to not feel super stressed. But
Speaking of which, Resident Evil TV show on Netflix, excellent, canceled.
I hear a lot of people hated it. Hang on a sec, cutscene.
I don't believe we've met.
Noto Tichu, Dajaska, Nisubo Gobae, Pompogek Dusta Badawanga, Subting Wampa, La Hagwa Kilia Jakoska, Paguta Palco.
How did you find this place?
Wama Wonka
Some
Mituske,
people on the streets will
Wanawa,
love my
Dablodo
master.
Wijawa.
Your followers do an awful lot of talking.
Yobana Pihota,
Let's not make this too quick, shall we? Anyway, Resident Evil show. Continue.
Great show. Also, great show. I never finished.
I kind of want to watch it just to see how bad it was, because like, I'm actually not a big fan of the Resident Evil movies.
It's not anything. Well,
one of the things I keep hearing about the Resident Evil TV show is if it wasn't Resident Evil and was just something else, it probably would have been good.
interesting. To me, that's an excuse. Like that doesn't make any sense. It's either good or it's bad.
I agree with that.
You know? It doesn't work that way.
That was Garnock. You defeated Palladius' right-hand man. You should hear it. They're calling you the Great Healer after your little trick curing the rot. Look what I found outside.
My lord, for helping to cure our families and neighbors of the rot, we humbly present you with this gift.
Keep your gift, and use it to better your lives.
Thank you, my lord. You are most generous. Thank you.
Isn't this great? Cure one lousy disease and you already got Palladius scared and people lining up with presents.
No time for celebrating, Destrus. Palladius isn't resting. He's called a big meeting at Meridian Hall. If we don't act, he'll rally his cult and stop our whole operation dead.
Sounds like the perfect opportunity to present the virtues of my own cult.
With all respect, these are Palladius's most faithful we're talking about. We need to show that you have more power in your little finger than Palladius has in his... Wait, I've got it! It's a crazy idea, but what if you showed that you could move the city itself, make a groundquake?
I walk into Palladius's speech and make the very ground shake. I like it.
What have you been putting in your soup, Riley? Nobody can just make this moon shake.
Stick with me here. You know the gas pipes that run under Meridian Hall? Well, what if we blow up those pipes?
Whoa, you got brains, girl. I know just the guy to set it up. Gord Maydell in the Nar Shadda Works Administration. Takes bribes on the side. He'll rig you something up, no problem.
Where do I find this scumbag?
Gord works at the NSWA office in the Duros sector. Not far from Meridian Hall, where Palladius is holding his big broadcast. You just tell him old Destrus sent you.
Why don't you call him up and be like, hey, Jack, hey, can you do this for this person? That'd be super. Alright. Doofus, how you doing though? What you been up to? How's your weekend? Also, silly, yeah, so I agree with your statement about Resident Evil. It's either good or it's bad. There's a few statements where I think that does apply, though, like, playing Breath of Fire Dragon Quarter. I actually thought the game was pretty good overall. I just wouldn't say it fits the Breath of Fire aesthetic. It was too much of a change.
But like, that's not what we're saying here. They said it would be good, but only if it was not a Resident Evil.
Yeah, exactly.
You're just saying it didn't fit the aesthetic too well.
Yeah. I see what you're saying. I did, Doofus. I asked it, how you doing? What you up to this weekend? What plans you got? Which, by the way, viewers, if you haven't given Xanadoofus a follow, go do so. He is a wonderful guy and a great streamer.
Vehicle pads are
Playing Resident
currently
Evil
open
right
for
now.
business.
Oh, back to Halloween. I think this year I might be... possibly be doing a horror stream with Akamet.
You're gonna hate your life.
I already hate my life, dude. Nothing big planned. Probably spend a few more hours tweaking OBS settings because you're insane and won't let it. I fully get it.
I'm gonna fucking shit.
So, Wintry, think of something you'd like to co-stream with me, and we'll get it. It'll probably be on the Friday before Halloween. No, let me do it. Okay. All right. No, difference. I get it. If I'm having any issues with my stream, I get pretty neurotic about it too. I'm sorry you're having the stuttering issue. I don't seem to be having that issue, so I don't know how to solve it. And that's the problem with computer things too, right? Like, you could have the exact same settings as someone else, but because your computer's not the exact same, or even if it is the exact same, it'll just, sometimes it'll just fuck up, and you're like, why? One thing I get especially neurotic about is the audio on my stream. I actually don't really like how my microphone sounds a lot of the time. I hear like a hollow sound to it, and that bugs me. But it's because of the room I'm in, and I can't change that until I make some actual changes to the apartment, and that won't be for a while. So that's a money thing. See, I wasn't able to get Streamlabs OBS to work properly. That one was giving me issues, so if you can get it to work, Streamlabs OBS is very solid. One of the main issues I had with Streamlabs OBS was I couldn't modify the audio properly. It only had a certain setting how loud it would go. Right here called Anti-Empire Master. Every time Tim says that, it sounds like he's saying, I found game ammo. Anti-Empire? Oh, I thought that said Anti-Empire, Anti-Christ. I was like, wait, what? This anarchist. All your audio is done in Wavelink and feed as a single feed into the stream. I considered using Wavelink. I might end up swapping to that. That may end up better overall. I'll talk to you about that later if I need assistance setting it up. One thing I do need to set up though, voice mod program. I have one. Mel's willing to assist me when I do. But I want to buy the full version because the base version's kind of like doesn't have anything I want. But I can really use them in my stream deck here. Alright, let's see here. But yeah, if Streamlabs OBS is not giving you that issue, then I'd say go for it. Because honestly, the stress of trying to figure out why something isn't working probably just isn't worth it. Especially when you have an easy solution. Alright, let's stop our recording.